Hello then, thank you so much for joining us on this Stakeholders Seat segment of the Kenya Farm Report. Now today we have two guys who are from the Environmental Journalism Society of Kenya. I'm going to let them introduce themselves. We'll start with you.
Okay, my name is Stella Murumba, the CEO, Environmental Journalism Society of Kenya. Yes.
And you, gentlemen?
And my name is Cyprian Ogoti. I'm the head of programs, Environmental Journalism Society of Kenya.
Okay, wow. So tell us, Environmental Journalism Society of Kenya, tell us your role, what you do, and how it relates to smallholder farming.
Okay, how our role as the EJSK in relation to smallholder farmers, not only in Kenya but world over, we tell the story in relation to the relationship between smallholder farmers, the environment, and food security. And with this, we'll tell the story in three different ways. One is the issue of that small farms actually constitute the larger percentage of farms, not only in Kenya but world over. So simply that means that smallholders or smallholder farmers are key stakeholders when it comes to food security and environmental stewardship. And also we talk of the adaptation of best farming or best management farming practices that people can adapt, yeah, when it comes to environmental conservation and agriculture. This in matters of how they use products such as pesticides when it comes to achieving products or achieving the highest productivity in their farms. So we tend to relate success stories on how different farmers do their thing and how best they practice it, but still conserving the environment without depleting the soil and natural resources.
What lessons did you get when you visited the Mitahato quarter acre model farm?
Basically, we came out with three phrases as just to sum up the lessons that we came out with from the Mitahato Education Development Fund. And one is that small is beautiful, small is cost effective, and small is really productive. In this case, I mean that we learned of how people can utilize this smallest space of land that they have to do crop husbandry, and also rearing different types of animals and growing different species of crops in a very small piece of land. And also how everything used in that model farm is utilized to ensure productivity in all the farming practice. By this I mean we saw of how the goat and rabbit manure are used as fertilizer for the crops. And also another amazing factor that we saw is how rabbit urine is being used as a cheap but an alternative form of pesticide. Yeah, instead of using chemicals and all that will end up depleting not only the soil but also destroying the crops. They're using these environmentally friendly ways, yeah, to still achieve the highest output or the maximum output from the little or from the smallest piece of land.
Yes. What I can add is Mitahato is a success story. You have a balcony in your home. You can use that's a small space so that you can do tomatoes, you can do cabbage, you can do skuma. You can use a sack where you just put soil, then you can produce for the home use. So there's no excuse that land is coming scarce. You can use the little we have through a balcony. You can just plant all your needs. It can meet your needs at the end of the day.
And how are you using media to add value to what you do?
We have 5 ways we use media. First, we evaluate and document the case. Then we package that case, put it in our website and other stakeholders' website. Then from there we do a pre-visit. Then we do a visit. And this enables us to do the monitoring and evaluation of the success stories. From there, we continue by going to that place to get new ideas. And lastly, we arrange for talk shows like this, so that we do radio, TV, newspaper, that encourage our farmers so that they can produce more. You know, you come from a different county. So if a TV runs a story from Central, a farmer down there in Nyanza can learn that and practice at home. So that's what we use. Then we are using our social media mostly. We are in Twitter, we are in Facebook. So we share that. We share the stories to the farmers down there.
There's a project the Environmental Journalism Society of Kenya does, known as Community Innovations. Let us in on what it is about.
Community innovations, they do, we do focus on green innovations. Green innovations actually takes you straight to farming. We need farmers, young farmers, to adopt the farming system that are green. But then the bottom line is we need to conserve and protect our environment. So I still insist through learning from the social media, we can showcase so many activities. We can understand innovations through learning from each other. And we have so many groups. We have a WhatsApp group so that youth can share what the experiences are. A youth from Mombasa can learn from a youth from Nyanza on how they're doing in innovation. We have ICT. ICT is the best thing. Right now we're in the 21st century, whereby information is key to development. So we are encouraging mostly community innovations towards the green
farming.
Green farming.
Yeah,
and in the previous shows, you have something to add?
Yes, just to add on it, normally we showcase what the community is doing in matters green innovations. By green innovations in farming, we talk of organic farming, whereby we are trying to limit the usage of chemicals on our farms because the effects are massive. 10 years, 5 years to come, if we continue using chemicals on our lands or on our soils, we'll end up with no strong soils to hold our crops. So we normally profile, we majorly profile these green innovations in matters farming, where farmers are using certain methods that are really limiting the depletion of land. And we showcase how best they're doing it to encourage someone else to practice the same. And by so doing, we place the farmers and their produce or their products on a larger market. We place them on the international market because when we profile this, it means that we're going to publish these stories on our website and we're going to share it through all platforms of our social media. Urban farming is actually a livelihood for many households.
At EJSK, as I earlier mentioned, we're doing awards towards green innovation.
Okay.
So that's and we're using the future. They say the future belongs to the youth. So we need the youth to take up the farming seriously. But farming is to contribute the national basket.
So how do you publicize these awards and probably conferences? How does a farmer know that there are going to be awards? How can they participate in that?
We have a website.
Okay.
You can visit. We mostly run our stories in our website and our stakeholder website. Our website is www.ejskenya.org, and they can also write to us. I don't know what that most people do. Our box number is 6120 002,000 Nairobi. They can also email us at info@ejskenya.org. Also reach us on by phone through 0722123340.
Any last words from you?
Yes, this is a parting shot to the farmer or the viewer who's watching us. We normally visit farms out there. When we hear of a success story, let's talk of how we heard about Muthaiga Education Development Fund. We heard it from someone who had visited the place and was impressed with what they were doing. So we visit the place, we evaluate, and then we come back and do a short profile of what we found on the farm. So apart from us visiting successful farms and profiling them, we also would like, if a farmer is actually practicing green farming or practicing farming that does not entertain much usage of chemicals, they can feel free to invite us to their farms, yes, and then we can go and profile what they are doing best for others to emulate and follow suit.
Okay.
Yes, because they say a friendly environment, a responsible environment means the
Responsible people.
yes, are responsible people. And by this, it means that they are aware of environmental changes that are happening. Yes, and by minimizing the use of these chemical farm inputs, yeah, it will go a long way in conserving environment and also for them to have a sustainable living and livelihood.
Wow.
Yes.
Thank you very much for honoring our invite and coming to our show.
Thank
We
you so
really, really
much.
appreciate that. We hope to see you within a short while from now, probably.
Thank you.
Thank you very
And
much.
we'll be making other success stories.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, viewer, thank you very much for watching the stakeholder seat of the Kenya Farm Report. We've been talking to the CEO and the head of production of the Environmental Journalism Society of Kenya. Very useful inputs on environmentally friendly farming. I've been your host, Eric Munene. Until next time, goodbye.